Welcome in, my goodness. The live stream of the Eric Zane Show podcast. First of all, brought to you by TC Paintball. And I've been promising Rick a phone call all week. Oops, sorry, rest in peace to your ears there. He's like, yeah, okay, how about Monday? All right, sounds good. Tuesday, yeah, you forgot to call me. Oh, yeah, no problem. We're planning one bourbon, one scotch, one kidney. The paintball war number 11. All right. We don't yet have it all secured, but we will. When we let you know, make sure you mark it down on your calendar. You can still play paintball despite the pandemic. That's like the ultimate socially distant activity as you try to stay away from each other. Folks will be hold on a second. I just got distracted. All right, never mind. I'm back. Okay. So yeah, he can have limited people, but he can still host parties. And he's going to throw you outside too. So that's awesome. If you want, you can play outside. Oh, it's freezing snow. Yeah, I know. It's like that scene from Inception. And then come on in, warm up, and then go back out. You can do that if you want, or you can do it inside. The choice is yours. You do what you want. Do whatever you want. So do whatever you want weekend. So there you go. Thanks again to TC Paintball. Online at tcpaintballgr.com. They got the guns. They got the paint. They got the gear. Everything you need. Fully stocked pro shop. And gather the bunch of your friends. I don't know what my problem is today. Gather your friends and head over to TC Paintball in Grand Rapids. Okay. Boy, I'm actually prepared today, and I sound like I'm freaking drunk already. The Kent County Health Department, still working hard to try to inform the public on everything going on concerning, COVID testing stations all across the area, and also more on the vaccine as the rollout continues. Kind of. You see how they're like, oh, man, Trump's fucking up the rollout. It's all his fault. And Biden's like, man, if I was in charge, everybody would have already been vaccinated. Biden's like, this fucking asshole. Shit, at this rate, it's going to take us 10 years to vaccinate everybody. And Trump's like, fuck you. I've got limited time here. I'm just fucking around. Oh, my God. Just shut up and get it done. Anyway, where was I? Kent County Health Department, online at accesskent.com/health. Everything you need to know concerning COVID, the vaccination, who gets it next, all that stuff is available on their website. You can call them at 616-632-7100. Call me when you need a friend. There's a reason why I'm singing that today. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long when I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. I'm tone deaf as shit. Yeah, I fucking know. You can fuck off and die. That's a little harsh. It is the 30th of December, 2020. We do this show each and every weekday, Monday through Friday at about this time from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. The Eric Zane Show podcast begins now with Rick.
Hello, this is Rick from TC Paintball. You've tuned into the Eric Zane Show. Listen in while slapping a knee or through gritted teeth.
Eric Zane Show podcast.
All of Eric's opinions, even the correct ones.
Shut up, Rick. What up? Hit it. Thank you. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Always a number of those. Okay. I see Kenny, that fuck, is putting up the emoji with fingers in ears. How can you, I mean, I understand I can't sing, but how can you, you fuck, possibly think that what I'm singing sounds like shit considering to what you listen to? You are the absolute worst. How the hell can you say, oh, yeah, that's terrible, but this shit music that I listen to, now that is music to my ears? I don't understand that. How can that even be a thing? Oh, my God. I mean, I know I can't sing. I don't put recordings out of my voice for others to go, listen to my shit. And you go, yeah, man, it's fucking cool shit, man. Yeah, I'm a dumb shit. What the hell is wrong with you? My gosh. All right. Well, good job, jackass. You got me wound up. If that was the goal. Jesus. Yeah, Kenny, it's okay. He says, yeah, man, you said it yourself. You're tone deaf. Yeah, I know I'm tone deaf. I know that, okay? You can't say it. You have no room to talk because you listen to such shit. Oh, my God. You and your, what is it called? The wall of voodoo? Where the guys, all these virgins smash into each other? These sexless men and ugly women? Ugh. The fuck is wrong with you and your death metal bullshit? All right. Here we go. It's going to be like that today. First off, the particulars on how you get this catastrophe. Well, you know, you can download the audio wherever you download podcasts, okay? Or you can get it at ericzaneshow.com. That way you can download it and listen to it whenever you want, you know, recorded. There's like 8 million shows out there that I've done. So that's how you do that. And if you do subscribe to my audio podcast, would you rate it and review it? Okay, throw 5 stars at me, say something fucked up about it, whatever you want. It seems like I don't even get reviews anymore. It might be to a point where the podcast platforms, when a show gets as shitty as mine is, that they don't even allow the reviews to be published anymore, because as it stands, it looks like the last one I got was like October or something like that. Someone said, he's trying hard. He's a hard worker. This sounds like fuck, but he's a hard worker. So, all right. 5 stars. Say something fucked up if you have to. Okay, just to see if it even works. Who can say the most fucked up thing on the review? Let's try that. 5 stars. It's tearing a page out of Who Are These Podcasts. 5 stars. Say something absolutely horrible. Who can say the most horrible thing on a review on the audio podcast platform? Not all of them have that capability. Like Apple Podcasts, you can. You just review this show, and you throw 5 stars at it, say something mean, and then off you go. While I'm at it, a lot of people get this show live, okay? Via the live stream, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Facebook is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Yesterday's show, out of all the people that watched it, and there's a lot. I get, usually 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,500 views. For me, that's a ton, okay? 3 of you shared it. 3! What the hell do I have to do to get you, as you enjoy this on Facebook, to just press the fucking share button? It's so helpful. Are you that disgraced or disgusted or worried that what your friends are going to think about you? What the hell? Would you just post it? Okay. So what if people have virgin ears? They'll get over it. I mean well. I'm a good intentioned soul. I believe in Jesus. Jesus freaking loves me. Share that shit, man. What are you doing waiting? Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Got a Periscope video on Twitter where you can watch it too. I usually get about 200-300 views on that mess each and every day. That's brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Retweet it. You're looking at it right now. There's a button on there. It looks like a square with arrows. Just press it. Don't think. Just do it. Okay? Press that thing. And then YouTube. That's brought to you by F45 Training in Byron Center, Michigan. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the show and hit the bell notification. That will let you know that you are, of course, that when I go live, I don't know what my problem is. But anyway, if you subscribe to it on YouTube, even if you don't watch it on YouTube, would you please subscribe to it? I know I'm like, hey, Zane, you've told us this all before. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, if everyone did it, though, I wouldn't have to tell you every damn time. But, you know, I go back and I look at the analytics and go, oh, wow, I got 3 plucky, awesome people who shared the show on Facebook. Thanks so much. Fuck. Come on. Welcome into the show. I'm in an exceptionally great mood, despite the fact that Kenny is just ripping the shit out of me about how I sing. It's okay for me to say it. It's not okay for you to say it. And your music sucks too, so shut up. Dear Meathead today, I need questions. I've got a few that came in last night. Thank you to Kevin in Muskegon. I think you sent one. Who else sent one? My God. Pellerito sent one. I see Stevie on the live on Facebook in the comments because I put that post. Hey, Dear Meathead is coming up. Make sure you send me a question. I got one fucking question. Thank you, Stevie. Are we on the same page here concerning this show? I mean, are we are we okay? Because I don't know. I'm getting the vibe that you're all like, fuck them. Because if that's how it's going to be, I mean, what the fuck am I even here for? All right. So, yeah, it's a participation level that has, see, I show up here every day. We work hard. We put out the show. I like to talk to you. I like to entertain you. But, you know, there's something called feedback. Usually when I say, hey, send me a question or help me out, I'm not just saying that. I actually want you to participate. I love you very much. I need your support. If I don't have you, I have zilch, nada, nothing. This is it. This is the absolute end of the line. The second this dries up, I'm fucking strapping the RV with explosives and driving it around playing fucking Petula Clark. Is that her name? Downtown. So fucking get this shit together, okay? I'm kidding. I'm not really going to build explosives. If there was a red flag on the FBI, it's all fucking hyperbole. It's all fucking hyperbole. All right. You're like, what the hell did he take today? So I need your questions. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Thank you very much. Sad news to report today. I cannot say a fucking sentence without tripping over a word today. What the hell is going on? Breathe. Sad news to report. As the greatest educator in the history of the United States has died. Legend. Joe freaking Clark. This is the dude who inspired the film Lean on Me. He's dead. We'll look back at his life, the amazing life of Joe Clark. My God, I can't wait to talk about this guy. Excuse me. Sir Anthony Hopkins has a very nice message for you drunks and addicts. When I say drunks, I mean that with love. I mean, I'm a drunk. Hang on. I'm having a terrible time. When you're drunk like me, talking about other drunks is okay. Drug addicts, drunks, Anthony Hopkins. He's got a message for you. Very nice, too. My message is not exactly as elegant as his, but we're definitely cut from the same cloth. All right. A nice family from West Michigan was in the middle of the Nashville bomb blast and lived to tell the story. And when I say in the middle of it, I mean like, wow. On 2nd Avenue, you've got the building that got blown up, got most of the impact. Like one door down, one building down. This family is in like an Airbnb or they rented a condo or an apartment right there. Okay. And they were even seen on police body cam footage running down the street. I'll play you a news story where they're telling their story. Also, this bomber, this guy, oh, fuck. I always hate these stories. Should have been arrested a year ago as a tip revealed what he was up to. Yet authorities did nothing. Crazy story out of New York. Thank you, Melinda, for sending this one along. As a lady pregnant with twins. My God, that's crazy enough. The fact that you've got two living, breathing beings in there. Well, something ridiculous happens. You got two babies growing, and that's already wonderment, amazing. She manages somehow to get pregnant with the third child. What? Raise your hand if you knew that was even a thing. No hands go up. I'll explain. It was all new to me, too. My gosh. Some good news. One less murdering child rapist to worry about in the world. You know what's weird is in the U.S., I am opposed to the death penalty. I actually think that no one's life should be taken by a human. No one's. Okay, and I've been very clear about that. I've said no death penalty. Obviously, no murdering anyone. I am against abortion. So that's it. I'm like, that's not a human decision. A human cannot decide who can be put to death or who can take life or give life. It's all kind, but that isn't the focus of this. But what is strange is in the U.S., the death penalty is strange because when they say you're going to be put to death by lethal injection, usually like a few decades passes before they even get around to it because of the way it's set up. And that's weird. It's not really a deterrent if it's not swift. Like in some other countries, they say, you'll be put to death. And you might be like, well, great. If it's just like America, I've got 40 years. And I go, no, come on out back. We're going to hit you with a shovel. Oh, fuck. We're going to hang you. It's like when Saddam Hussein was found guilty. They hung him like right away. That's how they do it. With my dad in the old country, they find you fucking steal a piece of candy, they chop your hand off or they hang you or something like that. Not here. And in the U.S., it's always like the guy on death row. He then, always goes through a transformation where he becomes like a good dude. And it's like, oh, shit, man. And that always makes it a lot more complex because then you get Kim Kardashian coming out of the woodwork and she's like, oh, shit, we got to save him. He's a great guy. He's so sweet. Holy fuck. Somebody exonerate him quickly. He's so sweet. Oh, my God. I'd let my kids stay with him. I love this guy so much. Yeah, he, of course, however many years ago, did something terrible, but whatever. Is that their good behavior on death row really muddies up this process, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's kind of like a sidebar about the whole thing. This dude is a murdering child rapist and on death row. And years ago, somehow he managed to survive execution. Oh, my God, what? Yeah, they're like trying to put him to death, and he didn't die. What? I'll explain all that, but now he's dead. COVID killed him. That's kind of weird. I said some good news. Well, it kind of is because, we didn't put him to death. A man didn't put him to death. The fucking virus killed him. So, And the COVID variant is here. It's the last story I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but that is the thing now. That's different than what we've been used to with the COVID-19. This is a thing that they talked about was running wild like fucking Hulkamania in England. And, it's here now. And you just knew it was going to, it's probably been here a little while, but now they're just actually getting confirmation. What does it all mean? I'll talk about that. But first off, Loose ends to tie and things to promote. Smarter than a former drug dealer trivia. We'll get back to that today. I was supposed to get back to it yesterday, but hey, holy shit, Zane. My ringer was off. Oh, my God. I was just sitting there waiting and just hanging around in the house. And, oh, my God, the ringer was off. I was ready to go. I had Joe Morin, the greatest distance runner of the entire Zaniac tribe. The guy runs like for 24 hours at a time. Seriously. He was ready to go. He took time out of his busy schedule of running around Michigan to get ready for Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia for a chance to win $25 from Bennett Floor and Installation. Did not happen. Today it happens. You'll see it live on Patreon at about 10:30 Michigan time, Eastern time, and then you can get the recorded version or the on-demand video on Patreon after. This evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Instagram Instant Trivia brought to you by MB Distributing. Chance to win a crisp, clean, new $10 bill. MB Distributing distributes Little Debbie snacks to the West Michigan area. So when you're walking through Meijer and you see the end cap full of Star Crunch, Swiss rolls, strawberry shortcake, with Little Debbie's face on the side of them. Mike did that. MB Distributing. So buy as much as you can. Okay? All right. We're taking New Year's Day off on the show. That will be Friday, no show. Thursday, tomorrow, will be the last show of the week. There will be a Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, but I can't figure out if it's going to be tomorrow or Friday. I think it should be tomorrow because, Friday's New Year's Day, and I kind of want to just end the work week Thursday and then put this all to bed for 3 days to recharge. But I haven't decided yet. You'll know. You always do know. Okay. Today, 4 weeks to the day since surgery. 4 weeks. And updates. Jeffrey yesterday posted a video of him freaking dancing on Facebook to Eminem's, what's the one song? Guess Who's Back? Back again. What's that called? Lose Yourself? Real Slim Shady? This looks like a job for me. So everybody here just follow me because we need a little controversy. It feels so empty without me. But that's a catchy-ass song. That's a great-ass song. Shady's back. Tell a friend. He was dancing to it. And I'm like, holy shit, look at you. My gosh. Just absolutely phenomenal. The Queen of the Forest and I have begun a walking program. Kenny! Oh, wait, I can't. Why? Oh, my back is fucked. What do you mean? Look, even though I know you told me to start walking, I decided to do something else. Why? I don't know, man. Kenny, yeah, I told you to start easy and start walking, a little bit each day, a little bit more each day, and then increase it by 10%. I have a 4-year Bachelor of Science degree in exercise science and rehabilitation, which I do nothing with. So I'm giving you this knowledge, you fuck. Yes, that's what you do. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just bullshitting. I actually went to school for this fucking thing. Trust me. All right, I'll do it, man. You got to watch Mandalorian. All right, I will. I'll watch it. And then I did. I carried on. I was happy I did. Kenny walked for like a week and a half, and then I forgot who the fuck got in his brain. Hey, man, I'm doing something different. What? Why? Well, I told you not to listen to anybody. I told you to listen to me. I told you what you needed to do. You took you a long time to get into the current state that you're in. Don't do anything other than what I'm telling you. Yeah, but so-and-so told me to do air squats. What? Yeah, so I'm going up and down like fucking Tony Horton, man. Oh, my back. Oh, my God. So now he's like laid up. You know, he's like one of those NFL guys who gets hit the wrong way. And he's laying there. And they bring out the cart and the board. And they like unscrew the face mask. And they don't even move the guy because his back's so fucked. That's Kenny right now. Come on, man. Queen of the Forest been walking a lot. Here's the plan. 14 days of walking. A little bit further each day, just a little bit. We head over to the dog park. That's where we ran into a friend of the show, Eric, walking his freaking adorable beagle. Why didn't you stop and let me pet your dog, man? It's good to see you. And, man, we're just killing it on the walking. 11 more days till the running and the lifting of the weights starts. That's what you do. I've got big plans. Almost a setback, though. As last night, I'm the only person who can actually get hurt just laying in bed. But when you have 8 million dogs, this can happen. As a lot of you... Hang on. This damn microphone, sorry. As a lot of you know, when Dr. Grish was rooting around on the inside of me, he gave a real hard tug on the structure known as the spermatic cord, which, you know, for the life of me, I'm not even sure what that does. What does the spermatic cord? Oh, someone else has looked it up. The spermatic cord conveys several important structures that run to and from the testes. I need more info than that. Okay, it's just a weird looking thing. I think it's less about jizz movement. I think it's kind of like you know how if you were to look at like a big electrical cord and then you cut it in half and there's all sorts of little cords in it, almost like a flexible conduit is what this is. So I don't think there's like a massive amount of load running through it per se, but there are a number of entities that are in it, or structures. The testicular artery goes through there. Oh, the vas deferens. That's it. That's the moneymaker. So when my little buddies are made in my testicles, and then the Queen of the Forest says, come hither, throw it in me, the little swimmers have to travel through the vas deferens, which is inside of the spermatic cord. I think that's what we have there. I'm pretty sure about that. Mine still hurts. I'm not completely healed. It's much better, where before it was constantly aching, like my left nut was like, oh God, and it was rough. But it's been getting better. But if I hit it, or it bounces off something or whatever, or I don't know, hits my leg wrong, it still hurts. So last night, laying there, getting ready for Betty Bye, and frickin' Madison is spending the night at a friend's house, and she normally has Bruce sleeping on her bed. Well, that is not going to happen, so Bruce has got to go somewhere. So, of course, we get stuck with him. And he comes in the room, and I knew I had seconds to act. Seconds. Because he does this every time. So, just as the moment of truth hits, I take my hand and I put it right over my junk. while he's in the air, leaping easily from the ground to this raised bed. I mean, Bruce can frickin' leap. And that little bastard is airborne, and that paw, that little French bulldog paw, hits my hand. Had my hand not been there, both of my nuts and my dick would have shot out of my eyes. Oh, my God. And it hurt just him landing on the hand because my hand like squished my left nut a little. Oh, boy. Not good at all. So I'm like, oh, God. Terrible. But it was just a minor setback. It could have been a whole lot worse. My gosh. The open of the Eric Zane Show podcast is complete. And I want to remind you to check out my show on Patreon. If you think, man, Zane's killing it in this forum. I love him doing his thing from his little dormer above his garage. Would you consider throwing me a 5 or a 10 spot per month for my Patreon? What is that? Well, that's more content behind a paywall. I don't throw any sponsors on that. It's just me and you. You pay for it. So, yeah, we just do it. Yesterday was a freaking, oh, my God. It was absolutely incredible. Definitely worth your time to go back and listen to yesterday's show. Man, but patreon.com/Eric Zane. I put 5 additional shows a week. So I get done with this one, and then I do more time, 30, 40 minutes. All right? There's a video on it if you want, similar to this. $10 a month gets you the full video and audio archive, access to the live stream. $5 a month, just the audio, okay? If you are paying month to month and you know you're going to stay with it, I'm going to save you 10%. Just buy it for the year. So if you decide, hey, well, I'm just going to keep this going, I might as well just sign up for a full year, you save 10% on it. So if you want to convert it, it's real simple. Just go in there and root around, click on yearly, and then you don't have to worry about getting charged each month. You've paid for it all at once, and then it's done. Hang on a second. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Ba 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 ba. Boom ba boom ba 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 ba. All right. So that's on Patreon. That's where you find the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. That's right. Ben and I used to hate each other's guts. Son of a bitch. It was terrible. But we fixed that, so we do the show once a week on there. That's all there. All right. And a whole lot more. I don't want to spend an hour talking about it. It's just, you'll figure it out. A lot of people were disappointed with the news that Great Lakes Winery, Brewery, and Distillery is having to call it quits. But that is exactly the case. Joanne and Jim built that great business. We had a lot of great times there hanging out at Great Lakes Winery, Brewery, Distillery, having those Zaniac get-togethers. But they're packing it up. The last day is tomorrow. So you got to get there and buy up the rest of the booze. They're selling it at half off. Okay? Grab your growler, grab your howler. You can get it filled for 50% off on any of their beers. They don't have any more growlers or howlers left, so you got to get your own. You can buy a keg. At least that's what I was told. A torpedo, pony, or a half barrel of some of their various beers. Bottles of wine are half off, even their number one seller, the Traminette. So what was a $20 bottle of wine is now $10. They'll give you 2 free shot glasses with every bottle of grappa. You can order online at greatlegswinery.com, greatlegswinery.com, and pick it up curbside or just walk in. They're in Holland, a quarter mile west of US 31 on East Lakewood Boulevard, across from Windmill Estates Mobile Home Park. If you want to call and order it, Jim says, yeah, call me, 616-916-9729. I'm sorry that's happening to you guys. Best of luck. Send them out right by buying up the rest of the booze, for crying out loud. Tell you what, side note, one of the other side effects of recovering from the surgery 4 weeks ago to the day is the itching sensation. Right now, as I'm talking, it's incredibly hard to not scratch this incision point on my belly. So I'm going to do it right now. Stand by. It's going to look weird. It's right where my pubic line is. So if you can imagine where your pubic hair starts, like a half inch below that it's a C-section. Okay. It's like I had a baby, but my baby was a kidney. And so they did that. And now it's all the tissues on a microscopic level are rejoining and rebuilding, and the nerves and the muscles are like, you fucking asshole. What'd you do this for? You dick. Everything was great, man. And now we got to do all this work. Construction crews are building all this shit in my body. And when they do that, they go, it itches really bad. Oh my God. It's like, it will drive you crazy. And it's super sensitive and a little bit painful. It's like a burning, itching sensation. It's like hemorrhoids on your belly. Ugh. So I apologize for that. All right. Where was I? So Great Legs. Yeah. Buy the booze. It's almost tax time. Well, I would say it is tax time right now. This is a reminder that you need to call Troy Ginzer. Troy Ginzer at Tag Accounting. Those are his initials. I don't know if the A is an Andrew or an Allen. I've said it before. It's a good thing his name is not Frank or Fred. That would make for an interesting name to his business. It might get him more attention if he did go with that. But anyway, Tag Accounting, they're legends. I've been working with these guys forever. They've done my accounting for as far back as I can remember here in West Michigan. And you need to have a pro do your taxes, okay? You really do. First of all, he's a sponsor, and I know you love to support the sponsors. Second of all, there's a lot in it for you, okay? Sure, you pay him to do it, but you're going to get, first of all, more time because he's doing your taxes for you. You don't have to worry about it being done fucked up, okay? And you're going to get more money back because there's so much shit you don't know because you're not an accountant. 616-301-9516 or tagcpa.net. Hang on a second. This mic is... Nothing's working right today. Oh, God. Hang on a second. Let me check the email in the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Oh, look at that. Dean is in the house with a question. What does he ask? Dear Meathead, did you ever see snow before coming to America? All right. There's boring Dean. Thank you. Melinda writes, Dean. Or I'm sorry, Dean. What the hell's wrong with me? Why would I say that? Melinda writes, hey, Meathead, I want to go on a budget for 2021. I usually suck at sticking to a budget. I want to start really building up my savings, but I'm a spender. Do you have any wisdom you can share? Oh, he's going to love that, man, because he's a spender too. But my dad's a guy that's always like, save your money, and then he'll want to spend it himself. Brian writes, Dear Meathead, I'm having a dilemma. I really want a new car, new for me, not brand new. There's nothing wrong with my current car. Oh, boy, I love these. It's an 07 Toyota Corolla with 140,000 miles on it. When I pull into work, everyone has a nicer car. I only have one measly hubcap hanging on. It's pathetic. What do you think I should do? All right. I can't wait to hear what he says about that, Brian. That's going to be awesome. Thank you. Okay, guys. I love that. That's good. I'm hoping she's here. Hang on. Queen of the Forest. Queen of the Forest. I want to get her on because we went on an adventure yesterday. Queen of the Forest.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, can you hold on a second? I got to set up your phone on my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, stand by.
All right.
This is always fun for the audience because they see me struggle with this contraption that I have to utilize in order to get a phone call on the show. Watch. I just jammed the mic down onto the speaker of the iPhone. Ugh. There is. Well, I don't know that there is. There may be an easier method, but it's one that I don't wish to go down that road because there's a lot of moving parts to make it happen. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I'm cheap, is what it is.
That's true.
Well, boy, you say it like, yeah, that's true. You are cheap. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What the hell does that mean? I wouldn't say I'm cheap when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, it's just it's just a hassle. I mean,
well, the fact of the matter is you don't like to spend money ever. So that's not being cheap. I think that's being frugal, but which is good.
I'm just petrified of getting to a point in life and being destitute and looking for someone to help me. That's what I'm afraid of. I think that's normal. I think a lot of people are like that. Okay. So you came up with an idea.
I did.
Yeah, and we executed your idea, and that was we had to get rid of all these bins of clothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it was a lot. It was, it
was like 5 bins of clothing. Was it 4 or 5 or 3? I don't know. But
bags,
there's a
lot of bags of clothing.
Bags.
And what did they consist of? Was it baby clothes? What are we talking about?
I mean, I would say some of them were from Maddie's preteen years. Some of them, like one bin was. And then another bin was, just stuff that Jackie and Maddie didn't want anymore. So,
so when they were growing up,
young adult,
like teenagers, young adults.
Yeah, and then there was some adult stuff. Like there was some stuff that Justin didn't want, like a nice winter vest that someone could use right now.
Okay. So, and you wanted to get it in the hands of the place downtown Grand Rapids where when the clothes come in, it's like they take it out of the bin and they're giving it to people who need it right then and there, right?
Yeah, well, according to their website, from what I hear, people, like homeless people, like you saw those people in line, they'll come in, get like a warm place and maybe a meal. And then if they ask if there's something they need, if they come in like barefoot, they'll give them, some socks or some shoes. Or if they don't have any gloves, they'll give them gloves. Or if they don't have a coat, they'll give them a coat, whatever.
So that's known as Mel Trotter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a really good place to give because a lot of I don't want to. Yeah.
What did you like rip? Did you like ripcord there? Oh,
yeah, I decided I better not say.
I actually know what road you were going to go down there.
Yeah.
So yeah. You see that? All right. This is a good thing. It'll get into the hands of those who need it the quickest. So off we went. When we were doing our thing, we drove the handful of miles to downtown. We pull up in front, and we quickly learned the door that we have to go in. And then I walked. I was just me. You were in the car or in the truck, in the embellisher, my dad's truck, and all the stuff was in the back. And then, did you see me interact with that young lady?
I did.
Okay. Well, she said something to me, and then I said, "Oh, wow!" What she said was, "I have special powers." And so I went, "Oh, okay. Well, hang on. I'm going to hear all about that. I can't wait to hear about that." So I went into the place and I got the directions about what we need to do with the stuff. So we now have to lift the stuff out of the truck and carry it in. And then so you got out of the truck, and then she immediately started to tell us about her abilities. Well, she started to tell me, but I had to unload the stuff. So what happened? What did you see happen at that point?
You go, "Oh, well, this is my wife, Diana. She wants to hear all about it." And so you suckered me into that.
Yes.
So.
Well, she needed someone to talk to, and I didn't want to stay there all day and then have to unload it. I figured I'd let you engage this young lady who's is a very complex person. And then while I unloaded what I needed to unload, and then I would join you in the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just standing by the truck. I thought maybe we could have like a little bit of a distant conversation. But oh no, she's like, come on over here.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
She was
Lord.
so sweet. Her name was Alicia. Was it Alicia?
Yeah, Alicia. She was very sweet. And then she just went on and on and on, and I couldn't make sense of what she was trying to tell me. But
right.
all I know is what I walked away from that conversation is that she has special abilities.
Yeah, she did say that, special abilities. She's got it. Well, well, I think that ability was the ability to jump from one topic to the next, because as I understand it, she was very efficient in that regard. And that you got a lot of details about her personally that I probably won't get into, but she's been through the ringer. So this is and I don't want to give the impression that we're insulting her, making fun of her. We're not.
No,
I'm just telling you the story.
Nice.
This lady is there's something has happened to her over the years that has caused this type of dynamic, I guess. So she's there, and she looked very healthy.
She did look healthy, and she was you could tell it, but at one point well,
I didn't tell you this, and it just popped into my head. When I first got out of the truck and walked by her, she said, "My tooth's about to fall out." And so I went, now I'm not sure if it was, it may have been, it may not have been, I don't know. And I don't know if the jumping from topic to topic was brought on by something that's affecting her in her noggin, or if perhaps there is drug use involved, maybe a little column A, maybe a little column B. I don't know. I have no idea. But you and I were concerned about what her next move was, right?
Right.
So I asked her, and I said, so Alicia, are you outside? And that's what people who I know who work in this industry, that's the question always. Meaning, are you spending the night outside or inside? I go, are you outside? She goes, no, I'm inside. And she was going back in to the facility. That's where she was going to stay, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she was outside for a reason, not only to chit chat with us, but there was a reason why she was there. Do you remember what it was?
I do.
What was it?
It was her 8-inch joint that she had to finish or use first before she could go back in.
Well, yeah, it was quite a magnificent joint she was smoking, and I was like, "Well, you're going to be out here a while. That is a large joint, Alicia. What the fuck?"
I know, and then you go, "You're not going to smoke that whole thing now, are you?" And she looked at you like you were an idiot, and she goes, "No."
Well, yeah. She's like, "No, you dumb fuck." And I'm like, "Well, Jesus, what the? You're just going to take a couple of rips off this thing and then put it out and go back inside and finish it later." But, she goes, "No, I'd be on the ground. Are you crazy, you dumb fuck?" Holy shit. So, and I thought I smelled it when I was walking around. I go, somebody's smoking pot. Who is it? And it was her. So, all right. And then she got emotional with you, didn't she? At one point,
She did get emotional with me for a little bit. She was talking about how she was adopted and all this and so on and so forth and this and that. And then she started crying, and I'm like, oh, Lord.
Shit.
I'm just like, okay, Eric, come on. Not that I wanted to just abruptly leave, but
we talked to her for about 10 minutes. I
didn't know what to do for her, so I was a little.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes that's all it takes is a conversation.
Yeah, that's true. And she seemed to enjoy it, so that was good.
Honestly, if you walk around there, you might have the urge to, okay, let's say you talk to 10 people. You could honestly help. You might feel the urge, oh my God, well, if I give $5 to this guy, I got to give $5 to that guy. I don't even bother with that.
No.
I'm more about just listening to them, and maybe something with what their scenario might be able to fit you and how you can help on a level that's less complex than just throwing money at it, Yeah. Sometimes sometimes just talking to these people really, that might be the only person that they talk to all day.
Right. Right. I'm not into giving money because I don't know what they're going to be using it for, but I would be more than happy to give them a conversation, give them a meal, give them a jacket, give them a
Right.
blanket, whatever. You know,
Which-
something that I know will be put to good use. I don't know what they're going to do with their money, so that's not something. You know, if they ask me for $5 because they want to go get you know, a coffee or a, you know, whatever, I'm going to be like, no, I'll go get it for you and give it to you.
Yeah,
because
exactly. Because you don't know what they're going to do with the cash. It might do something that could, that they may think is helping them, but it could hurt them too. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So that was something.
Is that Daisy snoring?
Daisy is snoring. Yeah. Now what's crazy about that? These microphones don't actually pick up her sound, but on the iPhone it does. So you can hear it, but the audience can't.
I can hear it. That's what was interesting about California. Not one single person asked us for money.
No, the one guy who was on the laptop. He was using.
Oh yeah, he
was using the Ralph's grocery store Wi-Fi on his laptop with a suitcase next to him. And I go, hey sir. I go, sir. He was older. I go, sir, how are you? He goes, I'm okay. I go, is there anything I can help you with? He goes, can you give me a few dollars? I was like, shit. And,
he was the only one though.
He didn't look.
The rest just wanted food.
He didn't look like the type of guy that was a drug user, though. He really didn't, you know.
But why? How in the world did he get a laptop?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that out. And what is he doing on the laptop?
There's every one of these people, every one of them has a story. You know, there's something interesting that is book worthy about how they got to this particular point in time. Every one of them.
Yeah. I would like to go and like interview them and make like a little, you know how there's like books of just quotes that you can make up. I would like to do that. And then the title would be Everyone Has a Story, and just to hear what people's story is about how they got to the street. And, you know, because some people don't want to get off the street, you know, like some people have the option of going to a mission or to a, you know, low income. And they're like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to, you know, earn my way back to.
Yeah, it's really a strange world. And I don't know if it's, I always get the feeling that the people that help homeless people, like that whole type of, I don't want to say industry, but that whole are you taking the motor out of the car there? What's
No, I'm sitting in my chair.
Okay. It's really loud. Anyway, never mind. It's like anybody who does that for a living, advocates for the homeless, either like working for Mel Trotter or whatever. It's like they're trying to dig out of a hole while the dirt's falling into it, you know?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It makes me sad.
Right on.
But
yeah. I think we're getting ready to fire up that machine again of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Sock Brigade. Do you remember the guy who, listener of the show, Mike, who the Bombas sock company gave him all those socks to give away?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he wants to do that again. And so I told him that we have to do that. So we should get like backpacks full of socks and go walk around there and just talk to these people and give socks away to them. I think that
would be nice.
Because we had like about 5-10 people who did it last time. It's not a large bunch of people that we do it with, but we do it. We do walk as a group for safety reasons. And then we just engage them as a group. Because when we drove by the Hartside Park over there, there's still a lot of people there. There's no more tents, but there was a lot of dudes and chicks out sitting around the grills, lighting fires and trying to keep warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that yesterday. This is what I question, though, because I am very sensitive and to the people that we met last night in around like Mel Trotter. But why do the people that are standing on the corner with a sign that says we'll work for food or we'll whatever, you know, I'm homeless, you know, I'm a whatever, sitting in the corner, why do they make me a little bit I don't know.
I don't know. Like
skeptical. Skeptical is the word I'm looking for. Because
I don't know.
You feel the same way, right? Yeah, I mean, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I do feel that way. I don't trust those people for some reason. I feel like they're
but if you remember, and I think part of it has to do with, you remember years ago back on the radio days with Freeburg and Hot Wings, There was the one guy who said, yeah, I like stay. He was on the news. His name was Rudy. Yeah, I stand on the corner here and tell everybody I'm a veteran, but I'm not. And the idiot, like, he tipped off the world. I'm not really a veteran. I'm just holding the sign that says I'm a veteran. God bless you. And then he goes, I make $500 a day. Well, then here in this house, we made that big sign that said liar. And Joe had to hold the fucking sign next to the guy, and the guy got all pissed off.
Yeah.
It's pieces of shit like that.
Exactly.
That make it. Yeah, I don't. Boy, weird.
Yeah.
I think those folks that are on the corner do get a lot of money. Okay.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that their lives aren't shitty.
Right.
I think their lives are still shitty.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta call your father-in-law.
Okay.
All right.
Tell him I said hi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Yes, ma'am. See you.
All right.
Love you. Love you. Hey, can you do me a favor?
What?
I got a headache. Will you make me a very strong cup of coffee?
Okay, here I come.
Okay, thanks. Make sure you're not nipping out when you come up.
We're a sports bra.
Okay, thanks.
So I don't do that.
All right.
Bye.
There you go, Queen of the Forest. She's great. She's very good at this. She would be good on the radio, I think. We could be like the next Dave and Jerry. God rest Jerry Jarvis's soul. She passed away. All right, what the fuck do I got here? Shit, yeah. Dear Meathead is brought to you by JM Synthetics. JM Synthetics has partnered with, excuse me. What my problem is, hang on. Ionia Outdoors at 1540 Jefferson Road, Sweet Bee, Ionia, Michigan. That gigantic community of shit kickers, Ionia, Michigan. And you can buy AMSOIL products distributed by JM Synthetics there. Yet another way to get the AMSOIL goodness is at Ionia Outdoors. And I guess the guy who owns Ionia Outdoors is just another shit kicker. God bless that dude. His local business. I love to support people like that. So head over there and buy some friggin' AMSOIL. Bringing you, dear Meathead. Hang on, I gotta get my dad on here, and I gotta grab my high-tech phone off of the microphone. All right. It's all right. It's all like noisy and bashing the mic against the phone. It's just a shit show. My poverty setup, but it sounds good. I mean, it's good sound.
Good morning, son.
Hi, Dad. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Never better. You know, today is 4 weeks to the day since I got operated on.
Oh, my gosh. You're counting days now, huh?
Yeah, I am. I feel really good about this.
That's great, honey. That's great. I'm so proud of you. It's fantastic.
And the guy who got the kidney, Dad, I'm telling you, he has turned the corner. I mean, he is doing so well. And it's just a fantastic story. It's remarkable how quickly he has.
That really should make the daily news, you know.
I know it. He is so healthy now, and he's just he continues to make great strides.
Is he still in the hospital?
Oh no, he was in the hospital only for like 3 days, Dad.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Yeah. So
they kept you a little longer.
No, I was only there for like 28 hours.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
yeah. It was not.
I'm not familiar with what the system is. So.
I explained. You know, if you remember, I was just there for a day, but then I stayed in California for just to kind of recover before traveling.
Sure. So how's your honey doing?
My honey is well. She's just keeping the family together as usual and doing fantastic. And she says hello and that she loves you guys and misses you dearly.
No, God bless her. I'll tell you, I want to tell you something about her. I'll tell you, she was so resilient, hanging in there, bored as all hell, doing nothing. I know the system what it does to a personality. And here you are, you were, in rehab.
Right.
And there she is. I could see her laying out there in the bed. Oh my God.
Well, no. She, hey, don't let her fool you. She was ordering food and drinking wine.
Well, that's all right. But my God, that's still boring.
Yeah, I know.
4 walls and you handicapped.
Yeah, we had we couldn't do much because of the pandemic, so we just kind of sat there in the damn room. But
almost everything was going against the grain.
Oh, I know it, but we pulled it off.
Yes, you did. I was amazed at the resiliency that you two showed up by going through this whole thing.
Yep, pandemic be damned. We got it done.
Yes. And thank God for your spirit.
Yeah, so, Dad. Hey, Diana, come on back here. Diana has just stepped into the room, and she wants to say something to you.
Okay.
Hey, Ruben.
Go ahead, Diana.
Hi, Ruben.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you are at the top of my list for resiliency and love for your husband.
Oh, goodness.
I'll tell you that right now.
I love everybody, and I love you because you gave me him.
Thanks. So when are you going to come to visit us?
When you let me. I'll get in my car
right now. Are you kidding? Any day. Of course, bring a huge burlap bag so you can cover yourself with it.
Right. Exactly. We need to build like a little igloo outside.
Yeah. Well, obviously we can't visit for a while until this whole thing is somehow tapered off,
Yeah.
So what are you doing today, honey?
No, I'm just, hanging out. I don't have to go back to school till next week.
Don't do over the phone business, like school and all that?
No, but we're on vacation right now. I go back on the 4th.
Go back, or you do things from home?
No, I have to go back.
Oh, honey, be careful. Will you please, until this whole thing is
I know, I will. Off? I wear my mask.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for the time to get the injections,
Right, exactly.
All right, Dad, she's going to take off. I love you, Diana.
Okay, I love you too, and thanks for
but I'm not hanging up on you, but she
I know. I'm talking about her.
Okay, I got questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Stevie, one of the many amazing people who loves you very, very much, writes.
Hi, Stevie.
She says, Meathead, I'd like to know what Christmas present was yours and Joanne's favorite this year. Do you have one?
Well, we do have, but here's the situation. If you turn out to be 86 years old or 87 years old, you just about don't have any kind of need for any presents. The only thing that is a present is if you have a mate, you're a married person and so forth, that you love your mate dearly. Now, I do go off the deep end occasionally. I mean, I'm no different than the rest of the world. But I can see what my wife does for me. She is such a gem. And if you are a married person, just be kind to each other. That's the best present you can give to each other.
You're saying the right things today. I mean, you are sharp as a freaking tack.
I don't know about that.
Oh my God, that is a dream scenario. I mean, the fact that you just said that is really, really poignant, Dad. I just love it.
I feel that way, So
very good.
Tomorrow, God knows how I feel, but I like to put the strength on the fact that just be in love with the world.
Okay. Michael writes this, and this is heavy, Dad. He writes, Dear Meathead, what is your biggest fear? Like, what?
I really don't have any fear.
Oh, you're not scared of anything, huh? I know.
Not really. I mean, I occasionally, here is a ridiculous thing. I occasionally think of dying and leaving my wife all by herself.
Okay, yeah.
Big fear.
That makes perfect sense. I know you're not scared of table saws.
No. Oh, by the way, we're trying to work on that saw, get it fixed.
I know.
Not that I want to use it. No,
thank God. Yeah, no.
Use it.
Yeah. Hey,
No, I'm not. I can't.
No,
Oh,
no. Yeah,
fix it.
cut the cord. Cut the cord.
Cut the cord.
My pal Kevin in Muskegon writes, Ruben, what was the wildest New Year's Eve that you can remember? Please embellish.
Oh my God, I can't put a number on it. I have had so many wild Christmas, New Year's Eves. Up north is the biggest excitement that I had for any kind of holidays up north.
Oh yeah, it was always around alcohol.
I did give up booze sometimes in that era.
Yeah, but before it got weird, holy cow! I mean, seriously, we used to.
I was a party animal.
Oh, we used to blow it out, man. Oh God.
Oh my God, I used to jump fires.
I know
Big
it.
fires.
Do you remember the one time? I think you had that. I think I remember seeing a picture of you wearing the zebra print underwear.
Yes, I still have that picture.
And you were running around in the snow in that underwear while we were up north.
I was on a snowmobile. I got off. I started running around.
That's exactly right. You were riding around on a snowmobile in zebra print underwear. I think that can qualify as a wild time.
I was decent, but I was having a heck of a good time.
Oh, I know. That's why people become drunks. It's so much fun to drink.
Well, maybe I was a drunk. I don't know.
Well, I know. I'm just speaking for me. And that's my opinion. I mean, it's fun to get drunk.
Yeah. Well, hey, you lose your inhibitions when you're under the influence of alcohol.
Oh, my God. All
you
right.
don't think anything is wrong.
Hey, Brian writes this, Dad. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Meathead and Joanne. And then he says, I'm having a dilemma. He says, I really want a new car. Not a brand new car, just a new used car. And then he says, there's nothing wrong with my current car. It's a 2007 Toyota Corolla, 140,000 miles. It runs fine. But when I pull into the work, it makes me feel bad because everyone has a nicer car. What do you think I should do, Meathead?
Well, it's a normal thing for you to feel the way you feel, but here's something that you balance yourself with. This is my thinking, okay? You have a car that is perfectly good shape, runs good. It doesn't cost you anything but gasoline or perhaps occasional maintenance. Why get another car because it's got a label of a new year? Now, I don't know why anyone would. The only reason I wanted to get a new car was the fact that if my car was falling apart. Now, let's say you go and find out what that monthly payments are going to be for that car, okay? And every month put that much aside. Don't touch it.
Yes.
Let it go for a couple of years. If your car broke down, now you got a down payment build up over there.
Yes.
If it doesn't break up, don't fall for just the fact of wanting a new car. New car doesn't do anything for you. It gets you from A to B area. And maybe somebody say, hey, look at his car. And, awful times, people don't care about your car.
Well, that's exactly right. There's that dude from Tennessee, Dave Ramsey, who has often said, drive that thing till the wheels fall off. And his advice is very similar to what you just suggested. Either save.
Well, don't make it that old. I mean, I drove a car that was 18 years old.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't have
we had that. 2003 car.
Right, that
truck.
And it runs great. That's my everyday driver. Dad.
This is human thinking, What is the big deal if you get in a vehicle, it takes you from a point A to point B with no problems or nothing. Now, if you had a new car, you would have done the same thing. The only thing is you were strapped with a bigger car payment, perhaps a bigger gas mileage payment, all that. So to me, a car is a car to get you from a point A to point B. And you have a vehicle over there that I wish the heck I had it. I would have kept it for another 10 years.
I know you did.
But common sense says that it's time that I shouldn't have that car.
Thank God.
To him, please drive your car till it really requires a lot of repairs, then get rid of it.
What do you think about okay, taking, like you kind of said, taking money that you would have used on a monthly payment and actually putting it away and invest
Put it in the bank and earn interest.
Yeah, invest your money, and then you're saving for when you're old, you know?
Yeah, the most difficult thing is the first payment that you deposit for savings. And you make a commitment that you have a car, but you don't have a car, but you're going to save that much for that car that you just don't have. And look at it 12 months from now, what you built.
That's beautiful.
It gives you a sense of security.
That is beautiful. All right, Brian. So basically what he's saying is, who cares? Just let it go. It's just a stupid car. Oh,
yeah, it gets you from a point A to point B. That's all it does.
That's exactly right.
Don't care about what people think of me if I got a car 20 years old, but it's a drivable car. It doesn't cost me anything but gasoline and oil.
All right.
Be intelligent about it, Brian. That is Brian, right?
That was Brian. You got it.
Brian, I appreciate you asking questions.
Dean writes, "Dear Meathead, before you came to America, had you ever seen snow?"
Oh yeah, this is no snow compared to what I've seen. 6-7 foot of snow is no story. That's what we used to get. And we had a roof that's made out of sheet metal. That thing would start making noises like it's going to be coming down on it.
Wow.
On the house.
I guess I don't know why I thought this, but for some reason I just assumed that Iran was always 100 degrees.
No, we had 4 perfect weathers. Summer, spring, fall, and whatever the other one is. I forget. Winter. The winters were terrible.
Was this was there a lot of mountains where you lived?
Yes. As a matter of fact, within 40 miles, we had Mount Damovan, which we used to get on the back of our bikes or hold on to a bus's fender.
Yeah.
It'll haul us all the way up there. And we go up there and leave the bikes down the bottom of the mountain and then climb up a quarter of a mile up.
Wow.
And just sit there and look down, to the cars. The road ends at that point.
So,
and then you go to a left or a right.
You mean to tell me you and your pals would be on bikes and you grab the bus and the bus
grab the end of a bus, and these guys would carry stones, and they had a driver and a helper. The helper would be on the fender of that vehicle, and they'd throw the stone at us trying to get us out, and we dodge them. Hey, and then here's the thing: we let it go, and then they think we let, but we paddle up because the bus is always going up the hill. It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
And we get back up there and get a hold of it. The guy comes out with his rocks, start throwing it again.
Son of a gun!
We drove those guys nuts.
It sounds like you lived in a video game,
Oh, I'm telling you, we had a good time.
Oh,
and then downhill was coming down. That's like about 10-mile hike. That bike would come up like bat out of hell. We didn't have to pedal.
No, you're rolling down a mountain. Boy, what a...
Yes. Joanne says we get our rocks off.
Jeez. What a...
Oh, boy.
What a place to live. Yeah, they definitely were doing that. Okay. All right.
She's having a good time at my expense.
No, as always. She's the best. Everybody loves her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Melinda has this question. It's another money question, Dad. You've already bestowed some great advice.
Okay, hi, Melinda.
She writes this. Dear Meathead, I want to get on a budget for 2021. I usually stink at sticking to a budget. I want to really start building up my savings, but I'm a big spender. Do you have any wisdom you can share?
Well, the real wisdom is the fact that you look at the spending, okay? Now, you're going to spend the money. Give yourself a thought. Do I really need that item that I'm going to buy? Is it an essential item? or just to spend and give the money to somebody else to have a good time with it. Melinda, saving money is one of the most fantastic things in the world. It gives you such a huge sense of security that you wouldn't even fathom to being experiencing it. Believe you me, I do that occasionally. I set aside right now, like try to put $100 or so aside. You know, thanks for my wife because she budgets my money. Now, here's the situation. We have two different budgets. We have my budget and her budget. We spend it for our household, okay? But my budget has a certain amount of money every month has to go in a bank.
Right.
Sometimes if I have like big medical bills and so forth, I have to pay them off so I don't save. But on an average, we save regularly. What are you saying, Joanne? We save regularly that amount, and believe you me, I save money.
Yeah,
and
that's
you know what the greatest feeling is? When you say that you do that for about 6 months or 8 months, and look at the balance that grew to the point, you just don't earn any interest. Mickey Mouse, these banks are ripoffs. Don't give you any 2% or 1% interest.
right.
But nevertheless, it's secured in there for you. Unless you have 100% urgency, don't touch that money. You know what? I don't know what you earn, but to save $50 to $100 a month, it's a pretty piece of cake.
Well, and Melinda's very young. I mean, you guys, it depends on age. With as the older you get, a bank might make more sense, but to a younger person, when you put that money away in like what's called a Roth IRA, the individual retirement account that makes more money for you, and there's professional people who can walk you through that if you just
I'm
do a little
not
research.
going there. I'm going on just putting the money in the bank.
Yeah, of course. That's
if the young
all.
person's earning like X amount of dollars, probably not as big as what she wanted to be, but she can't save as big as that. But just even if you save $25 a week, and then at the end of the year, a month, you got quite a bit of money saved.
That's exactly
don't
right.
Plan on saving in order to spend it.
Well, plan
on saving and saving and saving.
Right.
Okay. Hey, listen, what's $25 a month to save?
Exactly.
Nothing.
You wouldn't even notice it.
That's right. But you look at 20 months from now, hey, be proud of yourself for having that money. Please don't waste your money all on spending. That's easy to spend, hard to get. All
right. I love it. I think you've covered it for me. I think I'm exhausted of questions.
I'm grateful for that because that information I can really pass it on. It's a personal feeling, okay?
Gotcha. Oh, of course. I think you did great. All right. Well, you guys, I tell you what, did you get any snow there today?
Maybe a quarter of an inch, half an inch.
We got about 4 or 5.
No, we don't have that kind right now.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. It's substantial enough that I gotta do some work.
According to the news, we're not expected to have a lot of snow here.
It's wet. It's wet, terrible snow too.
Yeah, well, this is freezing so far right now.
Right.
It's going to rain for us later on in the day.
Okay, well, here we go. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. It's been a hell of a year. There's been a lot of terrible things that have happened, and frankly, I expect it to be a gradual improvement. I don't expect 2021 to take off like amazing. I expect it to be kind of a gradual improvement, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's winter time. We've faced some of these things before, so it's nothing new. We'll take any improvement. According to Joanne, we'll take any improvement as far as that goes.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
But I do want to make a comment for people. I know they've heard this news, this information before and all that, but please use alcohol intelligently. Don't get on the road if you're under the influence of it. I want to see you guys come back next year and talk to me again, okay? Please, in God's name, do drink intelligently.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and if you need a ride or whatever, or just don't drive at all, I think there's going to be less trouble with that this year because of the pandemic.
Well, I hope so. But then again, because of the pandemic, a few thousand other people died because they had parties without mask or anything else.
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding.
I don't understand people really.
Yeah. All right, Dad. Joanne, you guys are the best. I love you very much, okay?
All right. Love you too, honey. And hug all of the family members individually for Joanne and I. And hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, we will.
God bless you and enjoy the holiday, honey.
Okay, I'll talk to you. See ya.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year, Joanne. All right, I'll call you guys in a day or so.
All right.
Okay.
Goodbye, honey.
Bye-bye. There you go. Dear Meathead, once again, just amazing. You did an awesome job. Love it. Thank you to Jason Mays at JM Synthetics for sponsoring the segment. Always a hit. My goodness. All right. Melissa, I think I pissed Melissa off. You see, the ease at which people can weigh in on the comments. It's remarkable. Oh my God. It's like a whole group of program directors. How did it go? What did she say? Apparently there was a moment during the discussion when I was trying to interact with them, and she didn't like that. So I got a, Jesus, Eric, shut up. Shut up, Eric. He's trying to talk. LOL. Ah. Oh, my God. All right. Melissa says, no. He kept cutting you off. Oh, I see. All right. Oh, whatever. Boy, Jason Schaefer is a chatty patty today. Holy shit. You win the Kenny Award for chattiness. My God. Look at you. On fire. Are you even hearing what I could say right now? Hey, I'm giving away $1 million to Jason Schaefer, and he'd be too busy rat-a-tat-tatting to ever even weigh in. My God. All right. No problem, though. Anything's better than Kenny giving us his take on inane shit that has nothing to do with anything. Hey, man, I can't exercise. Ah! Hey, I'm on Cameo. Hire me for $15.99. It's embarrassingly cheap. On Cameo, there's thousands of people who do these things, and like 2 of them are less expensive than me, okay? You got to be a real loser to price it as cheap as I do. But I'll say this. No one does a better job. I'm serious. I am great at it. People have seen me do this live. I'll tell you what. If you hire me for Cameo, I can do it actually live on the podcast. Do your Cameo. It shows up on my phone because you've got the Cameo app, or you're online on your desktop, cameo.com/Eric Zane. And you hire me, it shows up on my phone. I see who you want me to do the Cameo for. I press the button. It records me selfie style, saying whatever the hell you want me to say. And then I send it off. I had one guy hired me to do a rant to bust his own balls. I do that. Do it for a friend. Whatever you need, it's all there. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Part of the group of Saranac shit kickers that advertise on the show, BK Guns and Stuff, repairing weaponry from anywhere in the USA. If you've got a busted gun, I don't care if you're in the middle of Nebraska, send it off to BK Guns and Stuff. They'll fix it for you. How does that work? Just do me a favor. Call them. 616-902-2447. Leave a message if you have to. Hey, Eric Zane told me to call you about getting my freaking pistol fixed. 616-902-2447, BK Guns and Stuff. Got a terrific place that fixes cars. Very special people. You're all very special people. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. 616-532-6600. If your vehicle sucks and it needs to be worked on, that's where you take it. Domestic, Asian, European, and it's all like hands-free. You just, drop the thing off. They tell you what's wrong with it. They send you an email or give you a phone call, however they do it. You approve the repairs, and then that's it. You pick the thing up, pay over the phone. It's like a bubble of automotive repair and health. The car is sanitized. 616-532-6600 for Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Why is that hard for me to say? Irvine's Auto Repair. I always combine auto and repair to be auto repair. It's separate words, Eric. Enunciate. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. There is no way today I'm going to be able to get all of this material in one show. So I will be saving a lot for the Patreon bonus podcast. But one of the things I wanted to be sure to get at was this message from Sir Anthony Hopkins, beloved legendary actor from across the pond. When you do amazing things and you live and you're from England, they make you a sir. I think I only know of 2 sirs. No, wait, is Elton John a sir? What does that even mean? I mean, is that just a name, or is that means you've been knighted, right? Like fucking Game of Thrones, you kneel down, and then the queen does the thing on each shoulder and says, "I make you a knight." Is that how it works? So Anthony Hopkins is a sir. I'm pretty sure Elton John is a sir. There's a joke there somewhere about Elton John being on his knees, but I'm not talented enough to actually deliver the mail on that one. I think I just did. And then Paul McCartney, he's a sir. So Paul McCartney's a sir, and Ringo is like, what the fuck? Why can't I be Sir Ringo Starr? I was the fucking drummer. That is bullshit. The only thing that's different about those two is that Ringo was, in the back. Here this guy, throw him a fucking bone and make him a sir. Anthony Hopkins quit drinking like forever ago, and he just hit a big milestone, and he wanted to offer people who are struggling with booze or perhaps drugs, he wanted to offer He wanted to offer some words of encouragement. Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Well, New Year is coming. It's been a tough year, full of grief and sadness for many, many, many people. But 45 years ago today, I had a wake-up call. I was heading for disaster, drinking myself to death. I'm not preachy, but I got a message.
It's okay if you preach. I always hate people that say, "Oh, I'm not preaching." It's okay to preach. Fucking preach. Here, I'm going to preach. You drink too much, you're going to fucking die. There you go. I preached.
Little thought that said, "Do you want to live or die?" And I said, "I want to live." And suddenly the relief came, and my life has been amazing. And I have my off days and sometimes little bits of doubt and all that. But all in all, I say, hang in there. Today is the tomorrow you were so worried about yesterday. You young people, don't give up. Just keep in there. Just keep fighting. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. And that sustained me through my life. And that's all I've got to say. And Happy New Year. This is going to be the best year. Thank you.
All right. Well done. Here's the thing. When you're drinking your ass off, some will be like, "I know this is fucked up, but I sure like it. This is awesome, but damn it, I know it's not right." So then they try to put the bottle down or put the drugs down, and then like, "Oh, but fuck, it's so much fun. It's great. Holy shit, man." And then it draws them back. And it usually isn't until something really fucked up happens to them. And then they're like, "Oh shit, I can't take it anymore. I got to make a change." Others don't. It's sink or swim. 50% of these people fail to keep drinking or die. So, that's what it boils down to. Take it from me. I'm going from experience here. Now, thank the Lord, the queen of the forest stepped in and laid down the lumber and said, "Hey, fucker, I'm not staying married to a lush asshole, you miserable piece of shit. So guess what? You have to decide between this," and she pointed to her crotch, "or this shitty beer that you drink, your fucking Bush, you asshole." And, well, that was it, man. I was like, okay, well, I guess we're at a crossroads. So then I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm powerless. Holy shit. So thank God my brother was a drunk before I was. Like, yeah, man, fuck it. I don't know what the fuck. Well, first you got to say you're an alcoholic. Say it. I'm an alcoholic. All right, great. Now we can start. So then off you go. So, yeah, that's basically how it went for me. Nothing too disastrous happened. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't get in a wreck. I didn't have sex with a dog or any shit like that. I don't know if people even do that when they're drunk. But, yeah, so that's how it worked out. But if you're Anthony Hopkins, go ahead and preach to him. If you're a miserable piece of shit who can't do anything right because you're drunk all the fucking time, get your fucking head out of your ass and do something appropriate, you miserable fuck. So that's the way Anthony Hopkins approaches it, and I'm a little bit more in your face. But I think it's great that he pointed that out. And then there's people who are like, how he says, keep fighting, because there are people who actually do want to stop drinking, but it wavers where, they start wanting to change their life, but then they're stuck in that limbo spot where they kind of are serious, but then they still feel the urge to drink. So then they go back and drink and they think they can do it on their own. And then I've had people call me up many, many times over the years and say, hey man, what's your secret? It's like, well, there's to me, it's all based on meetings and sharing things and plugging into the system, the 12-step system. But if you try to do it on your own, you're more than likely going to fail. So I've always been of the opinion, I always steer people in that direction when they reach out to me. Now, whether or not they do that, I don't know, because this is all they turn to me because I talk about it, or have talked about it, being successful as I have, knock on wood, since 1996. Hey, what's your secret? It's like, dude, I just did what all the other people did. Now, there's nothing special about me. I could not have done this alone. So that's basically how I've approached it. Joe Clark has passed away. Lean on me. Hey, man, don't sing. That is the dude that the movie Lean on Me was based on. Joe Clark. This guy, oh my God, he was given the principal's job and inspired the film Lean on Me. He was given that principal's job at that school in Paterson, New Jersey. Okay? I'm looking at a file photo of the actual guy, Joe Clark, that the movie was based on, played by Morgan Freeman. And in that film, Lean on Me. And in this file photo, he's like 50 years old at the time. He's standing there with the bullhorn in his hand that Morgan Freeman used in the depiction of him in that film. And you know what he's surrounded by? Run fucking DMC. How great is that? Oh my God. So this guy shows up in this school. He walks into the school and there's a new sheriff in town. And he immediately, if you remember in the film, he would walk around the school with a fucking baseball bat, bashing people in the head, the drug dealers and shit like that, and hitting you with the fucking bullhorn and saying, "Get off of that chick! Holy shit, you asshole!" And then his first in his first day on the job at this school, Eastside High School, he walked through with the baseball bat, beating the shit out of people and saying, "Get off that chick!" And he expelled 300 students in his first day alone. This is legendary work. He's like, there's no way the people who come to this school and actually want an education, they're not being kept safe. This is bullshit that we're handling these people this way. We got to start kicking some ass right away. Roaming the hallways, according to this article, with the bullhorn and the baseball bat. Clark's unorthodox methods won him both admirers and critics nationwide. Ronald Reagan offered him a White House job after his success at the high school. Remember in the movie, Morgan Freeman's walking around and he's bashing fuckers with the bat and kicking ass. And it was like, oh, shit, man, fuck. And then he kicks everybody out. And then they're in the movie, they've got one fucking loudmouth bitch who's like on the school board and she doesn't like him. I don't know if she was getting dick on the side from one of the drug dealers or what. She's like, fuck you, Joe Clark, man. You're not going to do this to our kids. He's like, shut up, bitch. And it was just awesome. The movie was great. And, you know, all the kids are starting to turn it around and they got these shitty test scores. Not even one fucking kid in the school can even read. And in short order, he cleans house and all of a sudden the kids are killing it and the math scores are going up and they're getting ready to take the big test. And that one loudmouth bitch is still trying to shut this guy down. And finally, the drug dealers try getting back in the school and he fucking chains up the doors. And then the bitch goes, we got him, man. That's a fire code violation. Fuck Joe Clark. He's an asshole. Oh, God. What a great movie and a great, great story. Well, he's dead. He was in his 80s. He lived a good life. 82 years old, died apparently a long battle with an unspecified illness. They don't make him like Joe Clark anymore. Can you imagine if in today's day and age, you had a guy like Joe Clark walking into the school? Oh my God. With everybody being woke and you can't do shit without somebody suing you or getting hurt or fucking, you know, it's calling in all the big guns to stand for you because somebody said something that hurt your feelings. You got a principal walking through with a baseball bat, bashing people in the face. Oh, my God. Incredible educator, Joe Clark. Watch that movie, Lean on Me, with Morgan Freeman. Apparently, Freeman is walking through the hallways in those scenes. And Joe Clark was actually, when they made the movie, they called upon him to help him, for him to make sure that they were depicting it right, you know? And so Morgan Freeman is going through the, on one scene and he's kicking shit over. He's knocking people down and he's kicking drug dealers' asses. And they go, action, cut. Hey, how was that? And Joe Clark was, you crazy motherfucker, you're doing it all wrong. This is when he grabs a fucking bat out of Morgan Freeman's hand, starts like bashing actors in the face and shit, and fucking kicking them in the dick, and it's crazy. And you're not intense enough. So Morgan Freeman had to do the scene over. They had to kick everybody's ass. People leaving the scene of the film where they were shooting, and they got, you know, the nose is on the other side of their face and they got a busted neck. And this is how you do it, man. It was incredible. It's all sorts of workman's comp. If you were to look up workman's comp claims on the set of the film Lean on Me, like 50 people died. I think there was like 40 or 50 people who got paralyzed, numerous broken bones. None of this is fucking true. So there you go. That's how they made the film Lean on Me. Incredible. Rest in peace, Joe Clark. They don't make him like that anymore. You know you're an old man when you say that phrase. They don't make him like that anymore. Holy shit. All right, I want you to contribute to the show. I need your help. I'm all alone. I was talking to, yesterday, believe it or not, I spoke with the multi-talented, we have mended a fence, Michelle McCormick. I have made no bones about the fact that I was pissed off massively at Michelle upon leaving Cumulus. So I found out that she's under the weather. She has COVID. And it made me, I was like, you know, there is no reason for you to be angry anymore at her. And you always got along with her when you were working there. You should probably do something, you asshole. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, and then she right away called me and we had a nice long talk and I was very, very happy about that. So that's one less person to be pissed off about, which I probably was unjustified. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was, in being pissed off with her at the first place or in the first place. So there you go. That happened. It was a nice conversation and she's doing okay. But she asked me about doing this show, and I go, well, it's hard. Sometimes coming up with things to talk about is difficult. And there was a real learning curve in sitting in front of a camera every day and talking, for the most part, alone for extended time. The point of this is, I need your help. If you see something interesting, I would love you to contribute to the show. Just send it along on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. If you have a story that looks interesting, I may use it. I may not. If I don't use your story, that doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I couldn't use it. So send it along, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I need your help. I need your help to be able to keep doing this show. That's what I meant earlier when I said I need your help on Dear Meathead. The questions that you contribute spur the thoughts. And I've got 1 billion things going on. I do not have enough irons to put into enough fires to be able to manage all of that. So I entirely am dependent upon you for that type of interaction. Thank you in advance. The place to go for all of your growing indoor supplies for whatever it is that you're growing is Horizon Hydroponics. Tomatoes, marigolds, succulents, cannabis. Horizon Hydroponics can help you be an expert at the growth inside of your residence. Good luck on your growing, depending on what stage you're at right now. But if you're growing indoors or outdoors, everything you need can be found at Horizon Hydroponics, either in person or online. They're online at HORIZEN hydroponics.com. Buy the stuff. Orders $250 and more, shipped anywhere in the USA, is free. Free shipping, not the orders, the shipping. And, of course, you can go to horizonhydroponics.com, as I said, anywhere in the USA and buy whatever you want. Or you can order it online, pick it up curbside, Grand Rapids, Byron Center, Kalamazoo, Lansing. If you are buying online, coupon code Zane Show at checkout saves you 10%. I have a managed IT service provider on the show. It's Blue Frost IT. If you've got a business and you don't have a service contract with an IT provider, IT service provider, that could be messy. If you choose to do that, when your stuff does blow up, and it will, reach out to them. It's got to be a slower process because you didn't already have the service contract started, but they'll fix it. And then you get the service contract. But if you're the type of person that's like, I want to get ahead of this and have this insurance policy ready to go, like your old pal Eric does, you call them and do that in advance. 616-280-5550. So what I'm telling you is, if my computer goes south, I don't have to start from scratch. I just call up Al and say, dude, I've got the spinning wheel of death. What the hell? I've got the spinning disc of death. Will you fix it? He logs in remotely. He fixes it. That's how it works. Or you've got boots on the ground if you're in the West Michigan area and he shows up at your place. He'll wear a mask. Don't worry. And talk your ear off. Tech Tuesday comes up a week from Tuesday. That is the 12th of January, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Kenny, Alan from Blue Frost, and me. A nice West Michigan couple was in the middle of that bomb blast in Nashville. Incredible. They were actually seen on the police body cam footage. Here you go. Here's how it unfolded.
Story from a Grand Rapids family who escaped after a bomb blew up outside the Nashville vacation rental they were staying in on Christmas morning. They're telling their story to News 8's Kyle Mitchell tonight. Kyle's here with those details. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Whitney. The family was visiting their daughter who was just recently moved to Nashville. Miraculously, everyone made it out without any injuries.
6:30 Christmas morning, out of a dead sleep, the explosion went off. Loudest noise I can ever recall hearing, combined with the entire building shaking and glass falling and debris falling.
Buddy, his wife Michelle, and daughter Quincy were visiting his other daughter, Cayman, who'd recently moved to Nashville. They were all staying in a rental condo for the holiday.
We were at 178 and the blast happened at 166 seconds.
And they actually show it, and I'll link it up in the comments of this podcast, or it'll be in the news. You see blown out building that was closest to the RV. And then 20 feet is the other building that he walked out of. Incredible.
Avenue.
But he first thought it was an earthquake.
Fire alarms were going off. I could smell smoke. So I was concerned about a fire. So I yelled to my daughters down the hall, my wife, there's smoke. We got to get out of here.
He was disappointed on the trip down when he realized the unit they rented was on the back of the building. That ended up being a blessing.
Yeah.
The explosion shattering the entrance.
When we came out of our condo, all those doors were completely gone. They were obliterated.
Wow.
There was nothing left, just glass and wood. There was a pipe that was obviously busted, pouring water down.
They saw a car swallowed up by flames on the street, right where Buddy had planned to park, until deciding on a nearby lot.
We started to hear the officers yelling for us to get out and go and go. My wife and my daughter Quincy, neither one had shoes on, so they're bare feet. And I turn and look at my wife, and I think just from the shock, she's just kind of standing there. So I ran back and grabbed her, threw over my shoulder. We ran up to the corner.
On and off.
I'd have done the same thing, except Diana would have started shopping or something. No, now's not the time.
Officer's body camera.
Are you guys okay?
No, my God.
Where's your car? Are you okay?
That's them.
You can see the family trying to get out after the blast.
It was just amazing, that these guys ran into the face of danger. Didn't really have regard for their personal safety, just making sure they could get everybody out that they possibly could.
He says the family is still shaken days later.
It's pretty hard emotionally. If you hear a loud noise, you jump, and I know my daughters are dealing with probably what's PTSD pretty severely.
Wow.
It's just something that you also keep replaying in your mind, waking up and hearing that. And, then you go to the scenario of if the building had collapsed, we would have died, or we could have been trapped under concrete and steel.
Gainey says despite the trauma, his family is grateful.
Greatest Christmas present we could have gotten that day was walking away with our lives and no injuries. I just think God was looking after all of us that day.
Their car did have some damage, but they were able to drive it to stay with family who live not far out of the city.
Wow, what a close call. I cannot imagine waking up to that on Christmas morning.
Yeah, it's an experience they say they'll never forget, and they're still trying to make sense of it and see kind of what the long-term mental effects will be. They mentioned PTSD potentially.
Well, it's a good thing they made it out. Thank you, Kyle.
Now, we all know, speaking of the bomber, we all know that Kenny has it all figured out. He made it perfectly clear to us that the intentions of the bad guy, and Kenny knew everything. He was well in tune with that. We covered that on the show earlier. It was actually the Patreon on Monday, because on the Monday show, this podcast, I did not mention, what Kenny knew. Kenny was well aware of the fact that he was trying to blow up the AT&T building. And I said, Kenny, how did you know that? And he goes, hey, man, come on, man. It's just the way it is, man. I know things. Ow, my back. Oh, shit, I got to go. But anyway, no one knows anything right now, okay, on this idiot who did this. But I will say this. I won't say it. I'm basically quoting a story here. They knew about this sick son of a bitch a year ago, that he was up to something, and didn't do a damn thing about it. They are so lucky no one's dead. More than 1 year ago, Anthony Warner was hard at work making this fucking bomb. Police visited his home after his girlfriend told the cops that he was building bombs in the RV. How the fuck is this even a thing? How did this even happen? According to documents obtained by the Associated Press, but they were unable to make contact with him or see inside his RV. To me, it sounds like you've got probable cause for a warrant. So I don't know. That sounds like some of the shittiest police work I've ever heard. The cops were called to Pamela Perry's home August of 2019 after getting a report from her attorney that she was making suicidal threats while sitting on her front porch with firearms. So her attorney calls the cops and says, hey, my client is on her front porch. She's got guns. She's going to kill herself. Metro Nashville Police Department shows up. A police report said Raymond Throckmorton, the attorney, told officers that day that he also represented Warner, the dude. When cops arrived at the home, police said she had 2 unloaded pistols sitting next to her on the porch. She told them those guns belonged to the dude, Tony Warner, police said, and she did not want them in the house any longer. Perry, then 62, was then transported for a psychological evaluation after speaking to mental health professionals on the phone. Throckmorton told the Tennessean that Perry had fears about her safety and thought Warner may harm her. The attorney was also at the scene that day and told cops Warner, quote, frequently talks about the military and bomb making. What do the cops do? Oh, okay, no problem. The police report said Warner, quote, knows what he's doing and is capable of making a bomb, Throckmorton said to the police. Police then went to Warner's home, located 1.5 miles from the chick's home, but he didn't answer the door when they knocked several times. They saw the RV in the backyard, the report said, but the yard was fenced off and officers couldn't see inside the vehicle. The report said there were also several security cameras and wires attached to an alarm sign on the front door of the home. Officers then notified supervisors and detectives. All right, so far, so good. It sounds fine. They saw no evidence of a crime and had no authority to enter the home or fence property. Understood. That's where you do your work, though. You pursue these things. How the fuck can you just sweep this under the rug? After officers visited Warner's home last August, the police department's hazardous devices unit was given a copy of the police report. During the week of August 26th, so the next week, they contacted the attorney. Police said cops recalled the lawyer saying Warner, quote, did not care for the police and that he wouldn't allow Warner a, quote, permit. He wouldn't allow to permit a visual inspection of the RV. The lawyer disputes that he told the cops that they couldn't search the vehicle. I have no memory of that whatsoever, he told the Tennessean. I didn't represent him anymore. He wasn't an active client. I'm not a criminal defense attorney. Throckmorton told the Tennessean he represented Warner in a civil case years ago and that Warner was no longer his client in August of 2019. Somebody somewhere dropped the ball, he said. Yeah, it sounds like it. A day after officers visited Warner's home, the police report and identifying information about Warner were sent to the FBI to check their databases and determine whether Warner had prior military connections. Later that day, the police department said, quote, the FBI reported back that they checked their holdings and found no records on Warner at all. Well, so what? I mean, if a person close to the bad guy says, hey, this is a problem, I mean, can't you just go on a gut? Can't you just, that gives you an instinct. Isn't there alarms clanging that maybe you should look into something? FBI spokesperson Daryl DeBus told the Tennessean the agency had conducted a standard agency-to-agency record check. Yeah, nothing here, nothing locally. Wow, you got a federal level, any problems? Nope, looks good. All right, don't check. What the fuck? 6 days later, the FBI reported the Department of Defense checks on Warner were all negative. Yeah, who gives a shit? Of course they're negative. That happens. But if someone closest, the chick sees the dick of the bad guy, she knows shit about him. Take her word for it. Explore it. That should be enough to get a warrant, right? My God. No other information about Warner came to the Department of the FBI's attention after August 2019. Police said at no time there was any evidence of a crime detected and no additional action was taken. The ATF also had no information on him. My God. So that's it. It says investigators have not uncovered a motive for the Christmas Day bombing, Kenny. Nor was it revealed why he selected the particular location, Kenny. Let me read that again. Investigators have not uncovered a motive, Kenny, for the Christmas Day bombing, nor was it revealed why Warner had selected the particular location, Kenny. Oh, my back. I know why. I know why, man. I read it somewhere. By the way, every time I do the Kenny, he's always sobbing now. Do the Kenny. Yeah, sobbing now. Do the Kenny. Right. Anyway, that crazy fuck should have been arrested a year ago. It's bullshit. I do the Zane Asylum, my music-driven radio show on Q100 up north. I pick the music. I lay down the tracks. I talk in and out of the music. Hey, it's the Zane Asylum on Q100, the only place for rock and roll. That was Black Jesus by Everlast. Adam the Odd contributed to the music this week. If you have 24 songs you want to hear on the Zane Asylum and they don't suck, send them to me. Anyone listening can take part in this. I've decided to make this a regular thing. If it sucks shit, I can't use it. So that kind of is going to be difficult on Kenny. So Kenny, you can even contribute to this, but you have to understand that I am going to listen to it first. It doesn't guarantee that you get on the show. I listened to Adam the Odd's music, all 24 songs. And of 24, 23 were acceptable. One was unacceptable, but I played it anyway. The one Space Grass by Clutch. That's a shitty, shitty song. If you want your music heard on the Insane Asylum, send me the list of the music. You don't necessarily have to send me the audio that accompanies it. I can take care of that. Adam did, but 24 songs. Send it, and your music, I can feature you as the writer of the show. Adam the Odd is getting a writing credit on this week's show that I'm making right now. Okay? So if you want to contribute to that, send it. Eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. So what this is doing is exposing me to a lot of different music styles. And it's fun. It's just fun to do. And you're going to be featured. Okay? Send your 24 songs to me, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. I think Red State Dirk did one as well. I haven't quite delved into it as much as I, because it's not his turn, but I am going to feature what you wrote, Dirk. If you haven't sent me 24 songs, send me more. Okay. Amend your email, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. And you too can be featured on the Insane Asylum. Oh man, I wanted to put that song from Fuck Sludge on there. Shit, man. It's great. It's so good. I don't have an asshole. No, I do. I was going to put Kenny as asshole of the day, but that's too harsh. I love Kenny. He's not asshole of the day. And I didn't have one written down for the day. If you see, I don't have anything. And I don't know how to, because I don't know who dropped the ball on busting the bomber guy. You know, the fact that they knew a year ago. So I don't want to say Nashville cops. I don't know who's at fault here. So, how can I say this? Nashville authorities? No. Bomber people? No. At the feds? How about whoever fucked up getting a warrant for Tennessee bomber? You're the asshole of the day. Whoever fucked up getting a warrant for Tennessee bomber. You know, there's one girl or one guy who did it. So whoever did not get the warrant to search that fuck's camper, congratulations. You've won the asshole of the day award. Oops. Sorry. All right. I've already gone on too long. Contribute to the show with the Zane Asylum. Send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Senor Martinez working hard to make sure that your heating and cooling needs are met. This time of the year, it's heating. Don't be a schmuck and be the guy who has to wake up at 2 a.m. and say, his house is freezing. We need an after-hours service call. Let's call Joe Martinez and pay out the asshole to get him up and get him here. 616-516-8579. Yeah, I guess you can do that, but wouldn't it be easier to just have him service every year your furnace with a tune-up? Then you won't be doing the after-hours service call and feeling like an asshole because you're paying way too much for that. $79 is all that's going to cost you. Call him if you're in West Michigan at 616-516-8579. Thank you, Senor Martinez. If you got to get in shape, and you should be working out every single day like your old pal Eric Zane or Boring Dean. You can do it at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. If you're in that neck of the woods, even if you're not, it's awesome. You march in there, you see all the usual faces, you get ready for the workout, 45 minutes, you're burning your muscles, your heart and lungs are working. That's all you freaking need. Nothing more. That's it. 45 minutes a day, not counting driving time. That is worth it for you to live a lot longer. That's why you should work out more, because you're going to live longer. You're going to be healthier. If you're tired of being a fat piece of shit, head over to F45 in Byron Center. Being out of shape is not pretty. It isn't so much about how you look, but think about it. As the pounds melt off and you start to turn the corner, and that will be in short order, it's going to improve your mental well-being. You're going to get confidence. You're going to walk more assuredly. You're going to wear clothes that you normally didn't wear. You know you look good. You feel good. People are noticing you. I mean, seriously, it's a great story when I hear about people who turn their lives around and improve their well-being, both physically and mentally, when they get in shape. Oh, my back! I can't do shit for 10 more years. Because I hurt my fucking back. F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. You can reach out to them at f45training.com/Byron Center and sign up for a week free at F45 in Byron Center. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage wants you to call upon them if you need a mortgage. 231-332-6505. You ever have your eye just suddenly start twitching and you think you're having a stroke? If the right side of my face suddenly sags, I want you to call Diana and tell her to call 911. Shit, what the hell? Anyway, it's never been a better time to get a mortgage. You've heard that a lot, but it's true. You can get a mortgage now for just an incredibly low rate. If you've got great credit, this is going to be quick and painless. If your credit is shit, it's going to take a little more navigating, and not every person who does mortgages for people wants your business. Mario does, okay? So, yes, if your credit is impeccable, it can take care of you lickety-split, no problem. Nobody says lickety-split. But if you're in the dumper, that happens, call upon Mario, 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. My God, don't be a stranger. Reach out to me on the Shoreliner striping inbox, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Now, my ride into work song this morning. You know I love great classic rock. I really do. One of my favorite songs by Led Zeppelin is called Gallows Pole. Oh, my gosh, which I think is a really old Irish limerick that the band put to music and their own style of music and created this song. Gallows Pole is my ride into work song this morning. I flat out love that. Led Zeppelin, one of my favorites of all time. Only on the audio podcast is where you will hear that as the music fades. That will do it. And that is a Wednesday edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Thank you for being part of it. You all are great. I love you all. If I beat the shit out of you at all, Kenny, you know I love you, and I don't mean a word of it. Okay? I don't want to break your heart.
I couldn't bring no silver.
Thank you, Adam.
I couldn't bring no gold. You know what? Took that ball.
Keep it from the gallows pole. What did you bring me? Keep it from the gallows pole.
Hangman, wait a little while. I think I see my sister coming right in my eye.
Oh, God. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye. Kenny, you shut up. I don't want you to make fun of my singing. Your music sounds like shit. You fucking Neanderthal. Oh, my back. Oh, no. Oh, my God, my back. Oh, shit, damn, mate. Okay, see you, folks. Bye-bye.